Alright guys, what I'm going to do here, we're going to do a quick, just a real quick legal lesson, real quick. This here right here is for a trial that I'm actually preparing for that I haven't even filed the case on yet. I filed it and dismissed it so I can refile and prepare in a different way. This here is in conjunction with the motion in limine. Okay, the motion in limine, in order to familiarize you all with what the motion in limine is, the motion in limine means to it's to limit the type of evidence or the type of things that your defendants can say or do in the court. Okay, you know what it is to exclude, certain things for them to say, okay, like the plaintiff was trespassing, or plaintiff interfered or obstructed, things that are going to lead the jury and reasons why. This is the motion in limine, okay? The motion in limine is to limit what the things that they could try to say to sway the jury, okay? And after I file the motion in limine, when I go to trial, okay, they're going to have a defense counsel. And the defense counsel is going to want to try to slip in things. Now, he may phrase it differently, but he's going to ask the defendant officer, based on your training and or experience, did the suspect seem nervous to you? These are questions they might ask them. Okay, and my job is to say objection, Your Honor. Objection. In proper lay, its opinion under Rule 701, nervousness is subjective and requires specialized interpretation. Okay? So that's my job to do, based on whatever question they might ask, and I got a whole bunch of them. Do you believe he intended to commit a crime? I got the objection and the reason why with the rule. Okay? Why do you think he was trespassing? Okay? When the officer has no personal knowledge of property rights. Now, okay, here's a good one. It's a good one. Okay, objection, lack of personal knowledge under Rule 602. Okay? Look, it's this kind of behavior you normally see from guilty people. They're going to try to, the police officer is going to answer these questions to win their case. So my job is to sit there and object. And objection, Your Honor, and proper character evidence under Rule 404. I got this, all this is prepared. These are cheat sheets for me, for whatever answers that these people might ask, okay? That's what this here is. That's a cheat sheet, okay? And I got, okay, as y'all could see there, I had trial notebook, okay? Trial notebook. This is just a quick reference for it. These are cheat sheets. Okay, now when my evidence is excluded, okay, whenever it happens to me and there's an objection and they exclude evidence that I want to put in, I want to enter an offer of proof. Okay? When your evidence is excluded, you enter an offer of proof. And I'm already studied and I understand what to do all this here. Okay, but see, and it's, you basically describe, okay, Your Honor, may I make an offer of proof? If permitted, the witness will testify that the Officer McGee Powell admitted she had no lawful basis to detain me. This testimony is relevant to the Fourth Amendment issue of reasonable suspicion. Excluding it prevents me from presenting essential evidence. I ask that this also be included in their record for appellate review. Okay, you have to enter the offer of proof. If you fail to enter the offer of proof, it can't be reviewed for appellate review. Okay, and this is something what Chile had going on with he's expecting to lose, make it to go all the way through the Ninth Circuit and all this other crap. No, I'm expecting to actually win before a jury trial. Okay, I'm expecting, if I have to go to jury trial, I have to go to jury trial, but once I file this case, just with the evidence I have, I can prove that it was a malicious prosecution. The case is ended in my favor. I can also pierce qualified immunity because I can prove that by prosecuting me, the officer violated what is clearly established law. If you violate what is clearly established law, then your qualified immunity no longer applies. You lose it. Okay, now the thing is, this officer, I can only sue the officer in their individual capacity. I cannot sue them in their professional capacity because it is a state police officer. So if this officer is irresponsible, don't have any real property, lives in an apartment, drinks up all her money, you know, the lesbian woman like she is, likes to party hardy, have a good time, but if she's got real property, the judgment, at any rate, the judgment will hurt her credit. There's a lot of things the judgment will do. But it will be in my intentions to get a judgment and will that judgment to my heirs in my will with the instructions that it be renewed every 10 years from the date that it was issued. Till one day that officer's estate is settled. My heirs will be paid first. Okay, but again, with the proof I already have, I can prove the malicious prosecution. I can prove that she, let me see. Well, I can prove she violated clearly established law, but also with the evidence I have, without even getting the evidence from them, the body cam footage and that and whatnot, just on what I have, I can pretty well prove malice. I can prove that she lied on the official report. Simple things, man. I mean, I could pick her apart on the stand on this, man, really easy. Really easy on the sworn affidavit she swore for the JP court, okay? She said, first of all, that she asked me for identification. This is in a sworn affidavit. She asked Mr. Kennedy for identification. Mr. Kennedy refused to provide identification. I came to the realization or something in there that there was a, man, I got my camera going. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm going to give my pistol. I'll go put it in that
Okay,
safe.
you can wait a minute now. You know, move things around. Now, you done threw me off of what I was talking about with this stupid cop in her report, okay, where she wrote in the report that it came to be found that I had a valid trespass warrant. Now, just in the earlier sentence, the previous sentence, it states that she asked me for my identification, I refused to provide identification, and then her next sentence saying, then it came to the attention that I had a valid trespass warrant. So she placed, then because she realized that I didn't have a legitimate business there, she placed me under arrest for trespassing. She fabricated the trespass charge, okay? First of all, if you didn't have my identification, how could you think I didn't have a valid trespass warrant if you didn't even know who the hell I was? Second of all, I sat there and told you 10 times I was there on a legitimate business appointment with my wife, okay? I was not trespassing. Third of all, I was trying to leave under my own free will without no resistance, nobody even asking me to do so, okay? But she didn't like the fact while I talked to her, okay? So, then, later on at the police station, they reissued me a written trespass warrant and had me sign it. It's dated October the 4th, the day of the arrest, and it's signed by that officer. If I had a valid trespass warrant, why then did you feel the need to give me one again that day? Now, not only did you do that, you violated clearly established law because you violated my right of redress. Now, you have realized that your unlawful charge of trespass ain't going to stick. So I went, you know, and told her, I'm going to sue you. So what she do, she called back to UTMB from a scheduling clerk or a nurse, solicited a complaint for disorderly conduct. Guys, the nurses and the scheduling clerk of UTMB are actors of the state. They're employees of the state. UTMB is a state entity. They cannot be the victims in a disorderly conduct for legal redress. Okay? She clearly violated clearly established law, done it on purpose. Her qualified immunity is gone. Now, in order to get the punitive damages, I can get the compensatory damages right off the bat. As a matter of law, I do not even have to take the trial. I can show the judge this is what took place. I will forego punitive damages and accept compensatory only, and I don't even have to take the trial. But I can prove she lied in that report. That proves malice. Now I get punitive damages too. Okay, now let's say your compensatory damages is $28,000. You take that and you multiply that 1.1. You multiply the compensatory damages times 1.1, That is the punitive damages, okay? So they are half of the lawsuit. But I'm probably willing to settle with this dumb idiot cop for $10,000. And like I said, I think she's judgment proof. So all I'm going to get is the judgment. That's before I go to court. Once I go to court and I do all this work, she's going to have to pay me 20, 25, 30. I'm asking for 60. I think it's 63. I have to look at the complaint. Like I did the compensatory damages and multiplied them 1.1 and added that as punitive damages. Okay? But at any rate, guys, this here goes in coincides with your motion of limine. Okay, and if y'all know who Chili de Castro is, tell him it is not Limine. It is not a motion in Limine. It is a motion in limine. Okay? Tell him look up Anthony Griffin, Galveston retired attorney. He's the one told me. I was telling him what I got, and when I told him Limine, he said limine. Limine. Okay? Like compensatory damages. I was pronouncing that shit compensatory. You're gonna compensate me for what you owe me, motherfucker. He said, no, it's compensatory. Okay? He's correcting my verbiage whenever I'm talking to him, so that's pretty cool. But at any rate, I just wanted to show y'all this, give y'all a little bit of a lesson here, or share something with you, with some of the stuff that I've been telling me everything I really need to do. See, if they object to the foundation, Your Honor, the witnesses identified the document and confirmed its accuracy. It depends on what you're doing again, you know. The judge excludes the exhibit, Your Honor. May I offer an offer of proof? Yes, this is what you need to do. Exhibits. This is what. Yeah. See, they really can't exclude none of the evidence that I actually have right now. I got quite a bit. Now there's some that they might try to exclude, like the picture of my wife's wound. Okay, I was the caregiver. Now the picture of my wife's wound, and then there was I got a video on YouTube where I met Officer Zamino, one of the assistant officers, a few months earlier in the PACU unit. So I mean, and right then that assistant officer clearly established the fact that this is my wife we was dealing with. Okay, so I mean all this was all clearly established. But at any rate, guys, I just wanted to share a little bit with y'all. This here is a cheat sheet for questions and points that they're going to try to slip in on me. Okay? Alright, with that, guys, we'll see y'all on the next one.